Hey guys, welcome back to my next book preview video. I just got my order in today from the Karl Kopinski website. So this is Karl Kopinski Sketchbook Volume 5 and 6. But for this video, we'll look at Volume 5 to begin with. A quick look at the front and back there. Okay. And the first thing I want to show in this one, which is really cool, is of course that I have a sketch from Karl at the front of this one. I really love with the design he's done here, and it looks like he signs and numbers all copies of his books as well. So let's get straight into this. So as mentioned already, this is a sketchbook, so there's no coloured images in these. For me, that's absolutely fine. I much prefer sketches over rendered work, as you guys have probably heard me say a million times. And whilst a lot of it looks like it could be pencil, there is still some sort of, well, a lot of it's inked actually. And then a lot of it, I would say, is some sort of, maybe a watercolour marker. I can't fully remember how Karl works in terms of which mediums. So don't quote me fully on that. So as usual, I hope my lighting is okay. It's always quite tricky to preview books on camera because pages are generally quite glossy. This one is actually more of a matte page. But sometimes even on matte pages, the print itself sometimes has a little bit of a glossy or silky effect to it. And you can see straight away that this book consists of mainly character design. So some of them are actually well-known characters, like we've got Hellboy there, for example. And here, for example, we've got one that I think is Harry Potter themed, or magic themed, we should say. I've never seen him draw anything like that. That's actually really cool. But I always think of Karl being quite well known for his sci-fi work like this, coincidentally. A lot of mech armor, spacesuit kind of things. Bikes are another thing that I would say he's very well known for. I think I saw an interview on the Proco channel where he actually talks about getting into biking himself. I think he sort of developed a love for biking, cycling, and from there, probably his art has been influenced by that as well. He has a lot of fantasy warriors like this, which is definitely my favourite part. And also quite a lot of superhero work. I'm not actually sure whether his work is official or unofficial for superheroes, because these are only sketches, but I do quite often see him do like Wolverine and Batman that you saw there. Batman I would say you see the most of, and I think you've got Deadpool there as well. The other thing I was going to say, I actually see quite a lot of in Karl's books. They're very influenced by wars, war themed, but also animals, but not just animals, but like, what do you call it when animals and humans are sort of morphed into one? I think it's called something along the lines of anthropomorphic. I can never remember how to say it, guys. I normally Google it, but I'm sure you guys can correct me in the comments. And if you want one of these books, they are available on Karl's website. I will put links in the description box below. You probably saw it on the back as well. I think it's just, if you just Google Karl Kopinski, it should come straight up. I'm guessing this one is maybe something one of his kids has drawn, or maybe his from being a kid. Hopefully, at least. And this one actually says on the side of the book, Sketchbook Volume 5, 2019. So this is actually a collection of his sketches over 2019. Book 6 that I showed you a quick preview of is 2020. But also, I know that I spoke to him recently and he did mention that Volume 7, the next installment, is coming out very soon. In fact, depending on how long it takes me to upload this video, it may already be out. So definitely check that out. Also, I skipped past this one, and how cool is that? Even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, that is awesome. So I really like his sketches, but I do really like his slightly more rendered pieces like this, where they're still a little bit sketchy or a little bit gritty. He has that kind of gritty style to his work, but it looks more finalised. And I think that Karl's done a lot of work in the past for things like Games Workshop and some of the like card games that you get. I can never remember the names. I do talk about it a little bit in my Big Kopinski book preview, which I'll put a link to in the description box below. So definitely check that one out. That one is quite a big publishing company, which is his Sketchbooks Volume 1 and 2. It is still available on his website as well, but these sort of individual sketchbooks, I'm sure, are kind of self-published, so only available on his website. Oh, also pirate kind of things, that just sprung to mind then. That's another thing that I think he draws incredibly well. I wasn't really that bothered about pirate stuff in general, or what I'm calling pirate-themed stuff, but Karl really does a good job on stuff. And even just to be able to fill this many pages with your work for a year is pretty incredible, especially when it's this high level. Sketch of Kim Jung-gi there. Unfortunately, at the time of uploading this, he did pass away very recently, within the last few weeks. And I know that Karl was very close to him, so I've seen a lot on his Instagram, posting stories of Karl and Kim Jong-gi together. I get the feeling he's been really affected by it, which is of course very sad. And of course all my thoughts go out to Kim Jong-gi and his family and friends. But back to talking about the book, I think on his website it tells you how many pages they are. I'm kind of forgetting now, but it's close to 150, and this paper that it's printed on is actually really thick. It's not like a cheap homemade sketchbook. It really is a really good quality sketchbook that is absolutely packed with sketches. So if you are into character design or anything like that, I think you guys will really like this one. I would definitely advise picking it up. And the option to pay a little bit extra to get a sketch in the front is also really cool. I would advise doing that. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below if you want to see a quick look at Sketchbook Volume 6. Don't forget as well that you can check out the Big Kopinski book preview along with many other art books now. I've gone on a bit of a crazy shopping spree with buying art books recently, so make sure that you check out the playlist in the description box below. Aside from that guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, it really helps me out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button and switch notifications on to be notified of future content. Thanks so much for watching everyone.